The Young and the Restless Y&R recap for Tuesday, April 22, reveals that Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, will push Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, to fire Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, while Claire Newman, Haley Aaron, and Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, make love declarations. At the GCAC, Phyllis will assure Billy that she's still all in at Abbott Communications, but she'll want Billy's assurance that he's still open to bringing Daniel Romalotti Jr., Michael Grazietti, on board once he's ready. Billy will struggle to commit to that unless Daniel is completely focused. Phyllis will be frustrated over the situation and will end up taking some of that frustration out on Sally, who'll sit next to Billy during this meeting. After Phyllis takes off, Sally will scold Billy for being too nice and will hint about all this being a disaster waiting to happen. Since Phyllis is a loose cannon, Sally will push Billy to cut her loose before she does anything to destroy Abbott Communications. At Crimson Lights on Tuesday's I&R episode, Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks, will try to cheer Daniel up with a cookie and some advice about going in a different direction. After Tessa reflects on learning to play the harmonica when she was dealing with a songwriting block, Daniel will get an idea about how she can help him. That idea will remain a mystery for now, though Daniel will urge Tessa not to laugh when he reveals it. At one point, Phyllis will show up and ask to speak with Daniel in private, but he won't think there's anything more to say about his view on Abbott Communications. When Phyllis realizes Daniel's been turning to Tessa for guidance instead of her, she'll be a little miffed over that news. At Society, Claire will accept Kyle's offer to move in together, so he'll be surprised over her agreeing so soon. Kyle will worry Victor Newman. Eric Braden is a bigger factor in this than Claire realizes, but she'll make it clear this is what she wants. Claire will ultimately admit she's in love with Kyle, but he'll wonder how she knows since she's never been in love before. After Claire makes a sweet speech about all the ways she knows, she'll quickly convince Kyle that her love is the real deal. Kyle will tell Claire that he loves her too and will assure her that he's not saying it because he feels pressured. Claire and Kyle will share some kisses and close moments, but the Victor issue will remain on Kyle's mind. Despite Kyle's gloomy predictions about Victor's reaction to them living together, Claire will hold out hope that her grandpa will accept their relationship eventually. Although Claire will acknowledge that it's going to be difficult, she'll point out that she's willing to fight for the people she loves, and that includes Kyle. As tensions rise at Abbott Communications, Billy Abbott finds himself caught between Sally Spectra's ruthless ambition and Phyllis Summers' unpredictable nature. After Phyllis storms out of their meeting, Sally seizes the moment to plant seeds of doubt in Billy's mind. "She's a liability, Billy," Sally insists, her voice low but firm. Phyllis doesn't just bend the rules, she shatters them. And when she does, it's always someone else who pays the price. Billy hesitates, rubbing his temples. "She's been through a lot, Sally, and she's good at what she does." "Until she isn't," Sally counters. "Remember what happened at Newman Media, at Jabot? How many chances does one person get before they burn everything down?" Billy exhales sharply, knowing she has a point. Still, firing Phyllis isn't a decision he takes lightly. "I'll handle it," he finally says, though his tone lacks conviction. Sally smirks, sensing victory. Meanwhile, at Crimson Lights, Daniel Romalotti remains deep in thought as Tessa Porter's advice lingers in his mind. Sometimes the best way forward is a complete reset, she tells him, nudging the untouched cookie toward him. New project, new inspiration. Daniel's eyes light up with an idea. "Actually, there might be something you could help me with, but you have to promise not to laugh." Tessa grins. "Now I'm intrigued." Before Daniel can elaborate, Phyllis storms in, her frustration still simmering from her earlier confrontation with Billy. "Daniel, we need to talk," she says sharply. "Mom, not now," Daniel replies, exhaustion in his voice. Phyllis' gaze flicks between him and Tessa, her lips tightening. "So now you're taking career advice from a musician instead of your own mother?" Tessa raises an eyebrow but stays silent, letting Daniel handle the situation. "Tessa's my friend," Daniel says firmly. "And right now, I need space to figure things out without interference." Phyllis scoffs. "Fine, but when Billy shuts you out completely, don't come crying to me." She spins on her heel and marches out, leaving an awkward silence in her wake. Tessa exhales. "Well, that was intense." Daniel shakes his head. "Welcome to my life."